Hello and happy Wednesday. It's hard to believe that today is already card number 3 for Sue Bay's virtual party, but I'm just as excited about today's card as I have the last two. So my goal is always when I'm doing a host event is to try and find 3 cards that are maybe different. A lot of times I'll pull out maybe next week things that I've used and tried to give you ideas of, hey, this is what I did last week. Now I'm going to change it up but use some of the same things. But for Sue's party, I really wanted to go, let's do 3 different looking things. So Monday was the donkey, and then yesterday was a cute little snail. Today I'm doing Valentine in a very traditional kind of elegant way. So hi Diane, hi Carla, hi Pam, hi Lisa, and Leah, everyone, all of a sudden everybody's there. So good. This is like probably the first time I've been on live the first time, like 3 days in a row like that too. So maybe being on the same schedule gives you guys a good chance to maybe look for me. And we've got Deb, Connie, and Rosina joining in too. So let me show you today's card. This is card number 3 for Sue Bay's virtual party. Ooh, so you can see I'm using that foil, that new foil from the Valentine Suite, and you can see it's almost like a mirror. So hello Diane, I've got 2 Dianes on here actually. So okay, so what I've got going on here is the Big Valentine, the Love You Always suite. And in that suite, there's actually 2 product bundles and a whole bunch of accessories. And later on, I just know that I'm going to probably not do a card that looks exactly like this, but change up the colors and have it be an anniversary card. Because honestly, when I saw it, I thought I am so short on anniversary supplies, and yet I love making fun Valentine cards too. So I thought this really fits the bill to know that I can use it now and later and have it be super versatile. And so if you're like me, that is like one of my favorite things to do. So let me get my camera turned around for you guys here and see where this is coming from and where I'm going to go with it. Okay, let me get my iPad, oops, in its little holder here and out of the way. And then I want to show you the card. Let me push this down just a tad. Show you the card here. So here's the Be My Valentine. So I'm going to show you this, whoops, this banner die too. Love the card. Deb says, and you haven't made it yet. Okay, that's really cute, Deb. Thank you. Hi, Sherry. So these dies are super easy to work with too. Sometimes do you look in the catalog and go, ooh, that looks really fussy, or that looks hard or really intricate? Super easy. So sometimes it's such a surprise when things like this just come together quicker than you think. And that's why I love to show you cards like this too, because it can be inspiring and not overwhelming. Hello, Pam. And I love that you got your package in the mail today, Lisa. That was really fast. Lisa was my winner. She won the Sharky bundle, the Baby Shark do bundle from me for playing along on my giveaway on this page here that I had last week. Okay, so if you like to follow along in the mini catalog here, and it's early in the catalog because Valentine's is kind of the first holiday, and so pages 10 and 11 and 12 and 13 kind of, yeah, I think that's where it ends, all has this on there. So the Love You Always suite has, like I said, 2 bundles, so savings on there. Great accessory. So I'm using this pretty ribbon here today, and the foil comes from there, and then these black matte dots too. Hello, Cheryl. And so here's more of a like a larger version of both the dies and that stamp set here on the next page. And then this is a whole different stamp set and dies that I haven't received or haven't got yet or purchased. So let me set that aside. So there are a lot of stamps in the stamp set. So this is where today I am using the Be My Valentine, but I'm just as excited about using Happy Anniversary later on. Hello, Donna. I haven't seen you for a while. It's good to see you catch up and get on here. So then both of the both of those sentiments have things that go along with it for the inside, or you can even use these for outside too. And then lots of little fill-ins too. So something that I want to show you, and I want to mention it now before I start my card, because I know I get so excited about making the card I sometimes forget. So this is a big set of dies here, and the two dies that I pulled out to use on the card. This one's huge. It's that big heart, and here's that banner. And I'm going to actually use this in two different ways. So I'm going to use it twice. And then these are the other pieces. So what could be fun about this card, if you want to do it too, is, if I can get it close enough, things like this, and here, these flowers, like right now I have them pretty loose on there, but if you wanted to put a different color, say you wanted to take the darker Rococo Rose here and put that in there kind of as another color to bring in, you could do that too. Oh, I've got ink on my sample there. I don't know how that happened. Don't we all do that and wonder how it happened? Okay, I'm going to put my thumb there. So all these little pieces here can fill in and just whoops, let me bring it closer to the camera. All these little pieces here can be fill-ins for underneath here, but I'm not doing that today. But like I said, I really wanted to show you that before I forget, just because that's an easy thing to do. And this is a photopolymer stamp set, so very easy to line up the floral images too. And I love this that you had me at hello. How fun is that? So okay, so I'm going to set that aside, and then I just want to show you this pretty paper. It's almost going to be hard to show you the colors because it's so reflective with this too. Thank you, Cheryl. Oh yes, and Pam says, I miss stamp camp. Believe me, I do too. I miss seeing people. I went out and got my hair done today. It's like, it was just so fun to leave the house and see people. Okay, so this is the pretty Valentine foil from that bundle. There is Rococo Rose, kind of a darker pink, and then the one that I'm using today is Blushing Bride, so you can maybe see more of a difference than you can actual color. And you get 2 sheets of every color, and then the last one in here, almost kind of brought that out to put in the card for something that wasn't pink, and this is like a champagne color here, so very different but all very elegant. And so for this card today, I'm just using a 2.5 by 2.5 little strip of that foil. So just imagine the number of cards you could make just by using 2.5 by 2.5 times those 6 sheets. Hello, Chris Brower. Okay, so yeah, this is really fun, and what I loved about it is it's super shiny nice. When it went through my new die cutting machine, it didn't get yucky. Sometimes have you had it like press where it gets like a pattern from your cutting pads? It didn't do that, so that was exciting too. So if you're just joining in, which a bunch of you did, this is a card that I'm going to start and make right now. So the card base that I'm using, kind of went back and forth with this. I wanted it originally to be the Blushing Bride, but then I thought, no, let's do a layer of Blushing Bride, but have the base be Rococo Rose. So that is cut the long way. So 8.5 by 11 cut the long way, scored in the middle there. So it's 4.25 by 5.5. And then the next layer that I am bringing in then is the Blushing Bride, 4 inches by 5.25. I'm just going to set that aside. And then I have some basic black cardstock, so I'm just going to run that through right away. I can kind of do all my die cutting today before I actually stamp. So I'm just going to set that aside and line up this here like so. So yeah, it's a pretty big die, but don't we all love things that every once in a while just take up the whole front of your card and then it's decorated? And I think that's what makes this card so kind of easy, is because everything is just kind of that design. Okay, so it's always my goal to keep this in there so that it kind of protects it when I run it through. Do I even have it right way? There we go. It just wasn't centering like that. So I like keeping that on there, so when I run it through with my little tool here, I'll show you. But if you're like me, you're probably going to set aside that black heart and go, okay, what am I going to do with that later, right? And then I love my take your pick tool that has the little brush tip. So it's kind of reminds me of being at the dentist office where you're brushing somebody else's teeth or something. I used to work at the dentist office. I never did get to brush anybody's teeth though. So then that just pops right out of there like so. And what I love is there's nice solid pieces to this to easily stick glue dots behind too. So we're going to have that be ready, and then the next go through is going to be that same die. Oh my goodness, hi Kathy, you're in Texas. Wow. That's exciting, and aren't we all jealous? But I tell you what, I have to keep reminding myself it is January because it does not feel like the typical January here. My husband hates when I say that because he thinks I'm going to jinx it and it's going to turn cold. Okay, so that little 2.5 by 2.5 piece of the foil, now I'm just going to lay that same heart die right on top of there and just kind of center that. And as I run that through, super easy, and that literally then just pops out of there, and that's going to be the center of the same black one that we did before. So that's all ready to go. And then I just have one more quick die to run through, and this is going to be the banner die, and that is in that same set of dies too. And I want to show you how to use this because you might get the die and go, what is all of this about? And is it easy or is it hard? Very easy once you see it. Stampin' Up! Has had little banners like this before too. So just gonna set that all aside, and there will be lots of little black pieces here, little confetti pieces, but that's okay. All right, so let's bring the card pieces together here. Hello, Marie, thank you. Okay, so like I said, this is the Blushing Bride Rococo Rose here, and so I'm going to start by putting this black detailed heart die on my card. And to do that, I'm just going to do it all with glue dots because it's just, like I said, so easy to take the solid part of the design here and hide the glue dots behind there. So I'm just going to press in glue dots all the way around. So even though this looks very dainty, I even think, like, when I looked in the catalog, I was more interested in the stamp set so much that I didn't look so much at what the dies even were. So it's not like I didn't like the dies, but I just kind of didn't look at the dies. And then when I got them, I'm like, oh, this is kind of nice because it's got such a beautiful design, and yet an easy way to stick it down. And sometimes I like it when things aren't solidly stuck down, so that these flower pieces can kind of pop up and look like there's a little bit of movement or dimension to that there. So very easy to put that on there too. And then the heart, that is just going to fit right in there. I thought about popping the heart up with some dimensionals, but then I thought, just if there's a gap, it might look goofy. So I kind of just decided that I like the look of it flush with that heart here. So I'm just going to put some regular seal on there. Whoops. I was going to say, and it fits right in there, but then as soon as I say that, then I'm off a little bit. But it should just fit right in there. Oops, I think I just pushed it too far up into the top. Okay, there we go. Now it's really in there in the right position. Okay, and so then I can go again right away with my seal here and just roll that across there, and then that's ready to go too. So that I'm going to put right on there like so. And if you noticed, I put it towards the top to leave this area open. You guys, you have to see this fun ribbon. So I know at my catalog sneak peek video that I did, I showed you this, and this is the Blushing Bride, and it is the metallic ribbon. So I was excited because it's got that shimmer shine, and even if you don't like kind of the multicolor look of it, there's also just more of a plain look that is more, I would say, almost the Rococo Rose. And this is what's funny, is it's Blushing Bride, but the Rococo Rose looks perfect. And then when I started to put it on my card, it's like the edging is Rococo Rose, and then the shiny part is the Blushing Bride. So it's like perfect for this project, and I really was just thinking, oh, that'll match, but I didn't realize how the two colors would come together until I got to this point when I was making my sample. Hello there, Julie. So this I'm just going to tie. If you like bows, I think this might be the occasion where you go, you know what, I'm really going to tie a bow, because it's such kind of a fancy card and it's Valentine's, and you know, my husband should know I love him enough to tie a bow. That's always kind of my joke, that I always say I don't know if I love anybody enough to tie a bow, because I'm not a good bow tire, but this would be the occasion. Okay, so I'm just going to take my ribbon cutting scissor here. I'm just going to cut that right across, and I'm going to grab this end and cut that right across as well. So fun, because this sparkles just like the foil heart does there too. So we've got that on there. All right, and then let's work on the banner. So this is going to be the first part of stamping for the whole card. So far it's almost done, and now we're going to stamp. So I'm pulling out my mat. This mat is not in any of the catalogs, because Stampin' Up! For some reason didn't think we needed it. Took it out of the catalog. We complained a lot. They brought it in. So after I'm done with this video, then I am going to post, like I do every time, all of the supplies used, and it can be found in a catalog search. But when I post the link, then you'll have the, if you click on the link to that, it'll have the price and the code and everything that you need to. So with this, if you can see here, the little score marks there and there. So I'm going to put my happy, or Be My Valentine, there we go, in that center spot, and I'm just using my Memento Black. And the reason I got out my mat here is because this is a photopolymer, so it makes it very easy to put the Be My Valentine right in the middle of that, because you can see where it's going to go. So this is where the scoring comes in there too. Hello, Patricia. So let me get that kind of close to the camera. So I'm just going to fold this back, and then I'm going to fold that back, and then on the next score I'm just going to go like that. So this one's folded back, and then the other score I'm going to fold that forward. So ta-da, here is our banner. Just that quick and easy, seriously. So to make that stick really well to the card, what I kind of want to do, I think, is put some glue dots on kind of the ends of the banner. And actually I did it different on my sample as I was getting ready for today, but I thought, you know what, I think I want some dimensionals in the bridge part of it that kind of goes up and over the heart. So we'll see what I think. Oh, good. And Sue is chiming in here to watch too. This is awesome, because Sue is the hostess for this event. Okay, so then this is just going to go right up and over, and this kind of just fits this heart. Shocking that Stampin' Up! Would have something that just, you know, fits like it should right over the heart. And let me tuck this a little bit more, otherwise I'm going to have like a seesaw effect. Perfect. Yes, there we go. Okay, so this one just kind of tucks right up against the heart there, and then it tucks right up against the heart tucked underneath there too. There's the Be My Valentine. So there. And then Patricia, I forget you're from Switzerland. Oh my goodness. So how fun to have you watching from there. Thank you, Missy. So yeah, very pretty. And like I said, the other greeting for this, if you're just joining in, there's Happy Anniversary. If you want to change up the colors and have it look a little different too, that's in the same set. So then let me get rid of some of these black pieces here. Then for my accessories, you guys know me, I always like to do a little something in the inside. And then for my outside embellishments today, part of that suite are the matte black dots, and they come in a larger and smaller size, and lots of them. I was trying to think. Yeah, 160 of these dots. So you can do a lot of crafting with 160 dots. I did have, here we go. I always have two take your pick tools pretty handy. So this one I have the little brush on for the dies, and then my other one the same. So there's pokey tips on either side, and then the other you can have the tacky. So I'm just going to take with my tacky end and grab a couple of these larger dots here like so, and then one smaller one. So we have that odd number that looks nice for projects going on there. And I love how that just adds that little touch to it, and it doesn't take away from the shimmer shine, and it kind of lets that be the highlight still on it. Thank you, Julie, and thank you, Jody. So then for the inside, let me pull this back out so I stamp on my mat. I am just going to, can see there's a little piece of cardstock stuck right to that stamp there. And if you've ever had anything stick to a stamp, you'll know as soon as you stamp it out because it won't put the ink there. So these are solid little hearts here on the stamp, and then kind of the exact same images but in outline. And I could do two different colors, but I kind of like how they sit next to each other in solid and outline. And so that is all I'm doing for the inside. Reason being, so if you sent this Be My Valentine, you know, some of you have more people that are special to you, closer to you than other people. And let me pull out the stamp set again. So you could do Be My Valentine, send that to a friend, and then in the inside, the best kind of friend is the kind like you. Perfect. And then you could give this to a spouse. Here's to another year of happily ever after, or that could go with a happy anniversary. But I wouldn't think that would be anything silly to put in a Valentine. I think it would be very good. Or you could do You Are Always in My Heart. Even some friends or grandkids, you could do that too. But because I want the cards when I make them and send them out to you, I want them to be so versatile that you can use for whatever. I'm not going to put any sentiment in the inside just so that you can use it or handwrite in what you want and have the card be useful right away. So yeah, so that's kind of why I do things kind of like that. Sometimes I do an insert where I have one greeting on one side and one on the other, but I kind of like the pink inside for Valentine's to write on, and that way it's all decorated like that and just open. And Hostess Sue says, in case you're reading along, thank you for 3 cute cards. Oh, that's to me, but for everyone else that places an order with my party, I appreciate it, and you. So all of my hostesses have been so appreciative for everyone. So I mean, sincerely appreciative. And I think, like all of my hostesses, I appreciate them, and they're just the best. So this has been so fun. So that's today's card number 3 already for Sue's party. So that kind of wraps that up. And yes, Pam, fast and elegant. How often do you have fast and elegant together? So that's kind of fun. And if Sue wants to chime in, I forgot to ask today what or when she wanted to close up her party. So maybe she can type that in here too. Sometimes hostesses like to close up quick in a week or two, and sometimes it's like, hey, let's do the whole month. And so that's totally the joy of being a hostess, is getting to pick when your party starts and ends. And I just kind of do this and help you out that way and give you guys some inspiration, whether you even need to order or not. So very good. Thanks, Linda. Glad you could be on here again. So I was like super excited to use that card today. I was super excited for all 3 of the cards. Sue says she wants to maybe close around January 20th. So that will give you guys some time to think about it. And then I just like to mention too, if you do order through Sue's party, as soon as you place your order, whether you give it to me or place it online, your order ships immediately right away to you. So if you're thinking, ooh, I kind of want this bundle or some of these things, but will it get here in time for Valentine's to get it and then start to make it and such? And that will give you plenty of time to work with it if it ships right away. And Stampin' Up, their shipping time has greatly improved since the holiday season too. So it's great to see things back on track that way for all of our mail, not just Stampin' Up! Stuff, but yeah. So just know that as soon as you place your order, it goes out. So if Sue says, yeah, I want to wait till the 20th, it's just her stuff that's going to ship on the 20th or after. So that is how that works. And then for tomorrow, I'll be back tomorrow and Friday. Tomorrow and Friday, I'm going to kick off my January Stamp Camp project. So that way, if you guys want some more inspiration, feel free to check back then. And I do have Kay Keelblock coming up too to be my next virtual hostess. So I might start that next week. I'm kind of playing around with some options and such too. So, so I'm not sure, but I will let you know. But just know that there will be crafting again next week, because I think it's going to be a full month of crafting with celebration. And I think today's bundle, if you get today's bundle, I forgot to check on the pricing, but I might qualify you for one of those free celebration choices too. So, very good. Thank you, Julie. And thank you, Patricia from Switzerland. That's so exciting to have you watching, and Happy New Year to you too. So I think that's it for today, but hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow, and thanks for joining in, everyone. Have a good night.